I know what you may be asking yourself. Why is he just in the middle of the screen? Well. Our dear friend Brandon Sullivan has come down with COVID and he is unable to do the show this evening. Or this week. So we are going to give him a break to rest, recover, and relax. And we're going to do the show in his honor because he wanted the show to go on. So that is what the show will do. It will go on. So what is up, everybody? And welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Meat on the 50. Like I told you, Brandon is out sick with COVID this week and he will not be joining us, but he is resting, he is relaxing, and he is recovering, most importantly, so that he can enjoy his team on Championship Sunday and he can come back next week and talk about it. But we got some NFL action to review. We got the NFL Divisional round to review. So without further ado, let's start the show. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Meat on the 50. You know what it is. It is our NFL review weekend, and we are reviewing the divisional round games that just happened. And man, oh man, it was kind of a snoozer. And we were going to get into all of that. But like I said at the top of the show, it is a one-man show this week, folks. It is just me, myself, and I. Brandon is out sick with COVID, and we wish him the best, and we will do this for him. So the show obviously is in his honor. We hope he gets better, and he comes back next week. But we got some things to talk about, and we can just quickly review it because it may not be the regular season, and of course, he's out with COVID, so we can't celebrate with him, but somebody got a perfect record last week, and let's put it up on the screen. For myself, 2-2, 1-0 on the guaranteed victories, thanks to the Niners, baby. The Niners. I said it. I knew it. It was guaranteed. Everybody was puffing up the Cowboys. Oh, look at them. They do all this damage. Nah. Cowboys do what they did every single year. They choke. And that's exactly what they did. Guaranteed victory. Niners, baby. Getting the job done Sunday night. And then for Brandon, of course he's not here to celebrate it. But our guy went 4-0 last week, getting all 4 games correct and getting his guaranteed victory with the Kansas City Chiefs. That game was a little bit exciting. Came down. Trevor Lawrence, man. Trevor Lawrence is an exciting show to put on. But in the end, the Chiefs, Pat Mahomes, though, suffering that high ankle sprain. But in the end, the Chiefs get the job done. So, Brandon, 4-0 in his playoff divisional round week. Overall, for the playoffs, that puts us at, for myself, 6-4, 2-0 on the guaranteed victories. For Brandon, 7-3, getting that 1-game lead back. 7-3, 2-0 on the guaranteed victories, sitting solid in our playoff picks. I know I went kind of wild last week. I was very excited, hoping Trevor Lawrence could deliver a shocker, and he almost did. So we're talking about it. Let's wipe those off the screen and let's get into it. Very nice and quick video. I'm not going to talk your ear off. I'm going to give you some of my thoughts and then we're going to move on, right? So let's get into it. Our first game, the Jaguars traveling to Arrowhead, taking on the Chiefs. Started off good, right? It was kind of competitive. Trevor Lawrence was looking okay. Those plays are crucial. That wide open drop to Christian Kirk that would have either led to a touchdown, been a touchdown, points would have led to points. Massive. You cannot do that against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. You just cannot do that. All in all, though, he had a decent game showing up, right? 24 for 39, 217 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He did tack on another 26 rushing yards. So Trevor Lawrence had a really good, I think, divisional round. Obviously, it wasn't the performance and it wasn't the outcome that he wanted, but did he have a decent performance? Yes. Did his receivers sometimes let him down? Yes, but at times they'll work on that. Now, it's hard to compare the difference, right? But you can see the difference between Trevor Lawrence and the likes of Joe Burrow. The same thing. Joe Burrow in his second year. Patrick Mahomes in his second year, right? I'm not saying that Trevor Lawrence can't become these guys, but what I am seeing from what I have seen, Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes are in a class of their own. Josh Allen does belong there, but he has not gotten done. He has not. He's had the chances to, cannot get it done. So we'll see what happens. I mean, Trevor Lawrence, obviously, he's not going to be a bust. He definitely proved that this year that he is not bust material. With Doug Peterson at the helm, I think those two are going to be a fantastic combination for years to come. Like, really, I think they are going to be a fantastic combination for years to come. And seriously, barring a drastic regression, Doug Peterson and Trevor Lawrence, that looks like that's going to be the duo heading into the next 5 or so years. That looks like that is going to be the coaching duo, Trevor Lawrence versus Doug Peterson. So we'll see what happens. I love the way the NFL is heading right now. I love it. I mean, obviously, we've enjoyed Aaron Rodgers. Some of us have enjoyed Tom Brady. But I love what we're seeing right now. These young quarterbacks, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Joey B, right? Josh Allen's still young. Patrick Mahomes not young anymore, but still technically on the younger side, I would say. So I'm loving what I'm seeing. Jalen Hurts, Daniel Jones, like these guys, this is just great to see. Brock Purdy, right? Dak Prescott doing what he does every year, makes the playoffs and chokes. Sorry, Dak, no shot intended. But I mean, we're seeing the young evolution, the young crop of quarterbacks do what they kind of were advertised to do. And I'm talking about Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, right? Jalen Hurts was not so much amplified as the other guys were. But again, he had some expectations on him, and he's living up to those expectations so far. So I think the good young crop of quarterbacks that we have seen is really exciting. Like Trevor Lawrence looked great. Even the young players on his team, Travis Etienne, his college teammate, solid. So they have the pieces, right? If they can keep Christian Kirk, Evan Ingram. For those of you who don't even know who Evan Ingram is, yes, hello. He was drafted by the New York Giants, made out to be this like game changer, like he was going to like revitalize Eli's career and like extend it. Dude comes in and does absolutely nothing. So much so that he gets relegated to the practice squad and then gets cut. Then Jacksonville picks him up and he has this revitalization down there in Jacksonville. So Evan Ingram is a solid weapon to keep your eye on, right? And then Marvin Jones finally kind of coming out of that shell, started off really slowly. Zay Jones, right? Derek Carr's most highly spoken about receiver aside from Devontae. So the Jacksonville Jaguars have a lot of great pieces. I definitely expect them to repeat as division champs next year. It would definitely be a regression if they didn't. This is not a one-hit wonder. What they were able to do and accomplish this year, definitely, I do feel needs to take note. Like it just needs to take note. So the Jacksonville Jaguars, solid performance in the divisional round. Couldn't get the job done. On the flip side, the Chiefs, Patrick, high ankle sprain. That did not look good. That is going to, we'll see if it affects him in the championship game, but he's going to play. I'm no surprise there. He came back and played after the high ankle sprain and was able to get the job done. But still, Patrick Mahomes, high ankle sprain. You got to have questions, right? But everybody kind of seemed to show up, right? Travis Kelce, like always, that's going to be the main thing that the Bengals have to stop is the tight end, which they normally do. So it's going to be on these other guys to kind of show up and show out. So we'll see what happens against Cincinnati. But Kadarius Toney, right? The Giants, forgotten receiver, another Giants product that never worked out. Kadarius Toney looking good, Juju looking good, right? You had Isaiah Pacheco look good. So the Chiefs, I don't think they really showed us anything new other than, the Jaguars gave it to them a little bit. They were able to kind of give them a little bit of a game, but at the end of the day, the Chiefs got the job done. So the Chiefs move on to the championship series. No real shocker there. Patrick Mahomes, though, high ankle sprain. You definitely need to watch that. That is going to be a very interesting thing to just kind of follow the entire week, right? Then, leading on, we talked about him a little bit. I talked about him a little bit, right? Jalen Hurts, the Eagles, absolutely dominating their divisional rival, the New York Giants. And I think that's just kind of what it was. It was just a divisional game. Like, I don't think that the Minnesota Vikings, and I don't think what the New York Giants did to the Minnesota Vikings is in any way representative of the New York Giants, right? I think the New York Giants are a solid team, and I think they put on a great performance against Minnesota. Let me backtrack there because I understand I'm kind of all over the place right now. The performance the Giants gave against Minnesota, I think represents them, shows and represents them more. There we go. Geez, let's get back on track here. Shows and represents who they are more than this Philly game. I think this Philly game was just a division game. We've seen in the past, division games are different. When you play your opponent 2 times a year, for whatever reason, it gives you way more ability to know what they're doing, right? You play them 2 times a year, every year. So the Eagles absolutely handle business. Again, not really showing us anything too new there. Daniel Jones really struggling and things like that. That was kind of unfortunate to see because I do like Daniel Jones, and I do think that he has definitely earned a contract with the Giants or with somebody. He can get the job done. He can lead you to the playoffs. He's proven it. So Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, right? They need receivers. That was the biggest thing coming out of that game. If the Giants are serious about Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley, you need to go out and get this man a number 1 receiver. Look around at the NFL. Look around at the teams who are left. A.J. Brown, Jamar Chase, Travis Kelce, Deebo Samuel, right? Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey. Any of those would work on the last one there. Every one of these guys have a number 1 option. Go out and get your man a number 1 option. Plain and simple, and the Giants will have more success. Eagles get the job done at home, absolutely handling business against their divisional opponent, the New York Giants. And then we come to my game, baby. Wow. Makes you think that if that Monday night actually finished, I think it would have been looking a lot like what we saw on Sunday. I mean, the Bengals absolutely dominating and handling business in the blizzardy snow of Buffalo, right? A bunch of people giving the Bengals crap because they're wearing their white jerseys. Get the hell out of here. I don't want to hear that. Josh Allen did not perform very well. If you saw Stephon Diggs' reaction, Josh Allen did not perform very well. So the Buffalo Bills, as great as of a team as they are, as great of an organization as they are, and I mean that by character-wise, they still have stuff to work out. They cannot get over the hump. They cannot do it. And then on the flip side, you have the Bengals. Snowing, raining, windy, cloudy, sunny. It doesn't matter. They will see you, and they believe that their best is better than your best. The Bengals I love this team. I love this team. I could not be prouder to be a Bengals fan at this point in time. Could not be prouder. I love our coach. I love our quarterback. I love our skill positions. I love our linemen. I love our defense, defensive coordinator, all of it. Top to bottom, the Bengals have legit flipped their entire organization. Yes, this was a buildup of 2 prior years of very bad football. But again, this was a flip in 2 years. Folks, the Bengals have not won a playoff game in 31 years before last year. Now they have won 5. They had the players before. We had the defense before. Andy Dalton was good enough. AJ Green was sure as hell great. We had the running backs. Goes to show what a top to bottom revitalized organization, pumping positive energy into the building rather than negativity. It changes everything. I could not be prouder to be a Bengals fan. Joey was only sacked 1 time on our backup line. Once in the snow when it's hard to have footing. Joey, Jamar, Hayden, T, Tyler, Samaji, Sam, or Zach, sorry. Yeah, Sam. Yeah, DJ, Jesse, Jermaine, BJ, right? Dax, Eli, Mike, all these guys, man. All these guys. Love them all. Love my team. Moving on to the championship round. I cannot wait for this matchup again. Still nervous. They're going to get us once. And I'd rather them get us in the regular season than in this playoffs. So I'm nervous, but I love our team and I love Joey, and I have nothing but faith that we will get the job done. Bengals get the job done 27-10 on the road in the snowy snow of Orchard Park in Buffalo. Bengals moving on to face the Chiefs at Arrowhead in the championship game. And our last game that we need to talk about. Man, oh man, this kid is whoo! This is becoming interesting because Brock is, for back-to-back playoff games, has now looked like a rookie. Back-to-back playoff games in the first half. For whatever reason, the Niners cannot get off to a good start these last 2 weeks. They did not get off to a good start against Seattle. They did not get off to a good start against Dallas. It took until, well, basically the fourth quarter because they did not have a good, real second half. So the Niners getting a little bit of a scare from the Dallas Cowboys. And the Dallas defense, they brought it. They were playing solid, I got to say. Holding Brock to no touchdowns, 0 passing touchdowns. I know he's no interceptions, right? But again, no passing touchdowns. Brock had been on fire before this. Absolutely on fire. So Brock Purdy, we're seeing kind of that rookiness come out. I think we're kind of seeing the moment hit him at times where he's kind of like, oh crap, like I really cannot believe I'm actually here right now doing what I'm doing. So Brock he's got to slow down. He's just got to slow down. He's just got to kind of be patient. He will get there. He did it against Seattle, so he can do it against Dallas, and he can also do it against Philadelphia. So I think Brock will be just fine. I think that the best thing that the Niners have going for them is all their offensive weapons. Is that the fact that they are legit ridiculous on the offensive side of the ball and ridiculous on the defensive side of the ball. Although some holes are being shown, but again, you have Dallas. You have literally one of the worst last play calls you've ever seen in your life, with Zeke being absolutely obliterated and then the receiver being absolutely obliterated. I understand what they were trying to do, but man, did the Niners legit just put an end to it, put their foot down on their necks and end it. Man, oh man. Yeah, so the Niners are wow, man. I don't know when I said it first, but the Niners definitely are the best team in the NFL. The Bengals are right behind them. Both have the longest winning streaks right now in the NFL. Both, I believe, are destined to meet in the Super Bowl. So the Niners get the job done against Dallas. And man, oh man, what is Dallas going to do? What is Dak going to do? Because, I mean, Dak has the exact same playoff record as Tony Romo. bunch of interceptions. I do not think you fire Mike McCarthy. I think that would be incredibly stupid. You bring in a coach and then you fire him. Dumb. Give him another year. It's okay. It's okay that your brand new coach's plan didn't work right off the bat. It is okay. I never understand that. So the Dallas Cowboys just need to reset, retool that defense. I mean, that's what's tough, man. That defense had a crazy year defensively. So that kind of sucks, but the Dallas Cowboys just need to retool, fix a little things, tweak a little things, adjust a little things, come back. We'll see what happens next year. But the Niners moving on 19-12 at home in a somewhat thriller. Came down to the end, definitely. But the Niners get the job done, 19-12, handling business. At home, they will take on the Eagles in Philadelphia in the championship games. Championship games are set. Cincinnati at Kansas City. San Francisco at Philadelphia. 1 versus the 3. 1 versus the 2. Here we go. It is all set up and we are ready to go because that is going to do it for this edition of Meat on the 50. And as always, I want to thank you, our viewers, for taking the time, right? Just taking the time for checking out our videos, watching our videos. We super appreciate it. And we hope that we have done enough to keep you coming back for more because we love what we do. And we just hope that we can enjoy it with you. No rhyme intended, but I hope you enjoyed it all the same, right? Normally, I would ask Brandon if he had any last words, but I think all the words that have been said. We're on to championship weekend, and I'm excited. So that is going to do it for this edition of Meat on the 50. I am Jacob McCullough, the Fantasy Guy, and until our picks episode, I'll see ya on Friday. Jacob McCullough is out.